So this is my sim rig, and I've been running this since 2020, and it keeps getting added onto over the years, and it's quite massive or bulky at this point. But this needs to fit on the motion sim base. So some of the things like the keyboard tray where it's currently mounted is going to come off. The Bravo throttle is going to have to come off, or at least be put on a quick disconnect mount, maybe from QR4 rigs. Going to move the mouse plate and go to probably a trackball mouse on this. But in order to do all this and be able to get this on the sim rig, I'm going to have to tear it all down. So no simming for a couple weeks. I'm going to have to take all of this apart, remove the seat. I'm changing the way the pedals mount, and a few other changes will be coming to this rig, including the PTO mounts over here will be closer to the throttle. All that'll come a little later, but today's goal is to tear all this apart, pull the screens back, because this whole area is getting a rubber floor for the motion sim rig, and then we have to build the lower base before we can put this on. So today's deal is to tear it all down. Stand by. I've already removed the back two seat bolts. Now it's time to remove the front ones. Fairly easy. And with those removed, the seat comes off. Now, I had my collective attached to the seat, and it'll stay attached, but it does have to move back or move inward one position. So we'll move this out of the way, and we'll continue on. So many USBs here to remove. Be careful moving these TVs. I don't want to accidentally break one. It's disconnected here for power. Gotta remove this. Move the Pimax UltraWide. An excellent headset. I had the Crystal, just recently moved to the UltraWide, and it is impressive. So we don't want that getting damaged. Power for the PC. And usually roll that out of the way. And we'll continue on. Here. At the point we can slide this back. This is a pretty hefty unit. One more power cable for the rudder. Move that out of the way. Slide this off to the side. Last TV. Now these TVs will stay in the new system, but I'm gonna make a new mount for them so I can bring them in closer to the sim using some T-slot aluminum. So these will show up differently when we're done. We'll pull cables here. last TV out of the way. There's a few things left to clean up down here on the floor, but we're going to lay down some rubber tiles, make this area a lot nicer, a little more comfortable in the winter, and give it a little bit less noise once the motion base is on it. So stay tuned for that. We'll be doing that next. So these are some floor tiles I picked up from Vever. They come in packages of 12 or 25. They also have these end caps on them, so when you get up against the wall or a flat surface, you just want to clean up the look of it. It comes with 2 end caps on each piece, so I'm sure you'll have plenty left over. They just simply snap together. They're a little over 1/2 inch thick. Put them down like this. Snap them down, and we'll put them into place here. Remove the cables. We'll have a nice floor with a little bit of cushion to it, a little bit of sound deadening, and it should make the feet a little bit warmer in the wintertime, because this basement does get cold in the wintertime. So we're going to go ahead and put the rest of these down, build the field out, and then we'll show you what it looks like. And once we get this down, we can move on to cutting the base pieces and get that set up so we can continue on with this motion sim build. So looking forward to what this looks like. You can already see all the dust is going to show up on it, but that's okay. Not looking for pretty, just looking for comfortable. But these run, I think, about $80 for 12 and $170 for 25. I probably overbought, but I want to extend it past this area a little bit, cover the complete area that way. Have a sim area that's a little bit quieter and a little bit more comfortable. We'll continue building this and show you what it looks like. I think if I go 5 wide, I'll go 1 more wide, and then we'll do like 6 this way. They do have a little bit of an odor to them, nothing horrible. I can see where hopefully that goes away so it doesn't bother me later. Trying to figure out how this end goes. Not like that. Has to be like that. So this one will get both pieces removed. I'm a bit excited to get started on this motion sim build, but I had to pause. As I stated in the other video, I had a work trip I had to go on, and I just got back from Abu Dhabi last night, which is a good thing because today bombing started in the region, so glad to be out of there. Has sort of a harder top layer and then a softer bottom layer. There's 2 layers down, we got quite a few more to go, so we're going to go ahead and complete this and we'll show you what it looks like. So I got all of these down. I got to do a little cutout over there, but I think it makes a pretty solid base for the sim setup. Gives you a little bit of cushion. As I said, keeps the feet a little bit warmer in the winter time. Well worth the effort. So it was right around $250 or so for this. You can certainly go without it, but I just wanted some kind of base for the motion sim that didn't rattle or move around, and I think it looks pretty neat. So next up, we're going to start laying out the T-slot aluminum, extruded aluminum for the bottom base, measuring it out. I got a few that need to be cut. We'll talk about that, how to buy that a little bit cheaper at Amazon. Sometimes the pieces are a little bit longer than you need, or $100 cheaper than the ones cut exactly the size. So if you have a miter saw, you can save yourself a lot of time. Cost you a little bit of effort, but it's not too bad. But that's it for today. We tore down the sim, we moved the monitors, we got the flooring down, and next we're going to start building, and that begins tomorrow.